Chivalry. In old days, the knights were the real scouts, and their rules were very much like the scout law which we have now. The knights considered their honor their most sacred possession. They would not do a dishonorable thing, such as telling a lie or stealing. They would rather die than do it. They were always ready to fight and to be killed in upholding their king or their religion or their honor. Each knight had a small following of a squire and some men at arms, just as our patrol leader has a second and 4 or 5 scouts. The knight's patrol used to stick to him through thick and thin, and all carried out the same idea as their leader, namely, their honor was sacred, they were loyal to God, their king, and their country, they were particularly courteous and polite to all women and children and weak people, they were helpful to everybody, they gave money and food where it was needed, and saved up their money to do so. They taught themselves the use of arms in order to protect their religion and their country against enemies. They kept themselves strong and healthy and active to be able to do these things well. You cannot do better than follow the example of the knights. One great point about them was that every day they had to do a good turn to somebody, and that is one of our rules. When you get up in the morning, remember you have to do a good turn for someone during the day. Tie a knot in your handkerchief or neckerchief to remind yourself of it. If you should ever find that you had forgotten to do your daily good turn, you must do 2 the next day. Remember that by your scout promise, you are on your honor to do it. But do not think that scouts need do only 1 good turn a day. They must do 1, but if they can do 50, so much the better. A good turn need only be a very small one. It is a good turn even if it is putting a coin into a poor box, or helping an old woman to cross the street, or making room on a seat for someone, or giving water to a thirsty horse, or removing a bit of banana skin off the pavement. But one must be done every day, and it only counts when you do not accept any reward in return. Saving life. The man who saves the life of a fellow being, as he may do in the sudden, appalling accidents which occur in big cities, mines, and factories in everyday life, is no less hero than the soldier who rushes into the thick of the fight to rescue a comrade amid all the excitement of battle. Thousands of Boy Scouts have won medals for life saving, and I hope that many more will do the same. It is certain that many of you will, at one time or another, get a chance to save a life. But you must be prepared for it. You should know what to do the moment an accident occurs, and do it then and there. It is not enough to read about it in a book and think that you know what to do. You must actually practice, and practice often, the things to be done, such as how to cover your mouth and nose with a wet handkerchief to enable you to breathe in smoke, how to tear a sheet into strips and make a rope for escaping from a fire, how to open a manhole to let air into a gaseous sewer, how to lift and carry an insensible person, how to save and revive apparently drowned people, and so on. When you have learned all these things, you will have confidence in yourself so that when an accident happens and everybody is in a state of fluster, not knowing what to do, you can quietly step out and do the right thing. Now, let's look into some of the pictures in the spot. Just like St. George of old, the Boy Scouts of today fight against everything evil and unclean. As a scout, you are obliged to do at least one good turn every day.